students with special needs. So before I invite Dr. Sridhar, I would like to just give a brief introduction about Dr. Sridhar. Dr. Sridhar is a pediatrician turned health tech entrepreneur with over a decade of experience at the intersection of medicine, medical software, and pharmaceutical safety systems. Having worked extensively on clinical and drug safety solutions, he has built a strong reputation for leveraging technology to improve patient outcomes. His journey into education began with a simple yet powerful insight. Of pedagogy for diverse. Dr. Sridhar leads EdQueries with a deep understanding and education to be a that makes and ensure
So we were losing your audio quite frequently.
Sir, you can present, sir.
Okay, I'll get started then. And then let us see if the audio is fine. Any challenges, do let me know. Okay. So I will have multiple windows. I'll switch one by one. Maybe the audience can just write in the chat in case they're having any challenges, and then my team can look at that. Just. So I hope everyone can see the presentation. Dr. Rajesh, can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So basically, I'm going to talk about e-learning today and a bit about AI. So I am the founder of the company called EdQueries, and we'll talk more about that as well. So today's agenda is about understanding e-learning, and many of you have used it and you know about it, but we'll delve a bit deeper into that with a lot of examples and demos, and we'll understand what is gamification, and the demos will mostly be about EdQueries. And at the end of the session, we will talk about the usage of AI. It is a whole new thing, and there's a lot of interest in it. So we'll talk about that as well. And probably we'll also have a lot of question and answer sessions. So in case you have questions, keep writing in the chat window. At the end of the session, we'll take up your questions. We have limited time and a lot of ground to cover. And in case there's so much more, then we'll again meet some other day. But today, as much as possible, I'll try to cover. And I'll try to make it as practical as possible with a lot of demonstrations. I will not use several e-learning tools. I'll just focus on my software, which is EdQueries, which is an e-learning tool. But there are similar other tools as well. But we will focus on EdQueries today as far as e-learning is concerned. So first of all, what is e-learning? So practically, probably all of you have used it. It is just electronic-based learning. So which is like you have digital tools. Right. So for education and training purposes, when you use a digital tool, it is e-learning, so that learners can access the content anytime, anywhere on any device. So it can be synchronous, wherein you are doing live. Synchronous means live, where a teacher, like I am right now talking to you, you are giving live classes, like many of you would have done during COVID when you are doing virtual classes. That is live. Asynchronous means where there are self-learning modules, or videos are recorded, or other assessment tools are recorded, and people are using those. Then there is a blend of both of these. So little bit you are giving live, and then you are also mixing it up. So various e-learning tools are there. Some are coming as apps, some are online platforms. There are massive online learning, which are called MOOCs. So many are there. So our main focus is on the inclusive education or the special needs kind of students. So where e-learning becomes much more important because many of them can't travel, right? And in big cities, first of all, in small towns, you may not have the special experts like the special educators who are there. They may not be available. or in a big city, because of the transport challenges or their own physical challenges, they cannot travel to the school. So an e-learning becomes important. E-learning comes with its own challenges. For example, screen time has to be restricted. That is one challenge. And then the availability of a device could be a challenge. But with different e-learning modalities coming up, some of those challenges are being dealt with. And with increasing awareness of how to manage screen time and all that, that is also being handled. Now, the special needs population can be anywhere from children to adults. So I have worked with both the populations. So we will look into how it can be used. In COVID, most people thought e-learning is about getting into an online meeting like this and delivering lecture. But e-learning is much more than that. So when you do a live lecture, it is like a synchronous learning. And that also meant that the student has to be attentive during that class. If you miss that class may not be available. Even if you record, they may not see the recording. And in live classes, attention was a big challenge. And long lectures are always a challenge for a student, even in a classroom. So then came in ideas like your asynchronous or recorded learning. Now the benefits of e-learning is it's scalable. What does it mean? That once you do it and you can give it to any number of population. So you can record it and keep it, and then so many people can join, right? It's just on the what you call the cloud on the web, right? And you can ask as many number of people to join. So it becomes a bit cost efficient. It can be personalized. So you can ask for the student's requirement, you can send them only that material. And based on the student's usage, you can decide the learning path for that student. We'll discuss that in detail when we come into AI. And with usage of multimedia, like various pictures, audio, all that if you put, it becomes more interesting. So in the live classes, teachers often tell me they struggled with all the drawing. Now you're doing a Zoom or a Google Meet session, and in that you have to draw a tiger or a plant. Now every teacher is not an artist. And during the live class with these kind of tools, which you get generally with a mouse or on the paintbrush you're trying to do, you may not get the kind of output that you want. So, but if you have a lot of multimedia available to you, then it becomes more interesting. Then comes the topic of gamification. What is gamification? Gamification means somehow you use the methodology of what you use in games. And in an online world, it could be video games. So what is that things that they have in the games? You have something like, okay, you got a badge or you completed this task, so you went to the next level. Or there's a lot of appreciation, this kind of motivational stuff that you have, right? And then you have got a leaderboard in case you're comparing, you say you are the first or you are second in that. Okay. So all these are gamification elements. Can we use them for making our learning fun? Now that is what EdQueries focuses on. What is EdQueries? Now this is one example I'm using today of e-learning. There's so many other tools which are available. You can check them out online. But since I work mainly with EdQueries, and I will be giving examples from this. Okay. So EdQueries is an online e-learning solution. It is online means it's on the web. It uses interactive worksheets or educational games to make learning fun and accessible for students of all ages and abilities. It offers a large library.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, the slide is on one. Are you changing the slide or it is still on the one, sir? Slide one.
I'm changing slides. Okay, let me see if it's not shared.
Slide one, sir.
Okay, just a minute. Can you see my slide deck now as such, if I change?
Yes, sir. Now it is changing.
Yeah. So we were discussing what is e-learning, and I told you about the benefits of that. And now I'm talking about what is EdQueries. Okay. So again, EdQueries is one of the e-learning solutions. It has a lot of activities. It's kind of a large library of activities, and it is used by various special educator centers and schools across India and some outside also, both by individual parents as well as teachers. It has gamified learning. We'll see more of that. It has personalized learning, and it can be used on any device from anywhere. Okay. We use it on smart boards, laptops, tablets, even mobile. Although I don't recommend mobile simply because it is a small device. So you might find reading and dragging and dropping a bit difficult. And regularly content is added. New content is added based on demand from our parents and teachers. We have our own in-house special educator. So we develop content based on our in-house ideas, but a lot of content is developed based on demand. And then we have various subscription options which people start and stop as per their requirement. So the principles on which EdQueries was developed was children require a different e-learning experience. And on top of that, we are working with special needs children. So what is the difference? We will come into that. Then we require personalized learning because you're dealing with spectrums, autism spectrum, and then it could be mixed up with something else. If you're talking about ADHD, you're talking about dyslexia, so many other conditions, and then each child has his or her own preferences. Or even if you're an adult, you have your own preferences. So personalization will help you. And then key thing is learning should be fun. If the student is engaged, interested, actively seeking learning, then a teacher or parent can teach a bit more. Then we said that winning games is a strong motivational factor. Students like to win games. So that winning part, if you can somehow utilize for learning purposes, then it can be useful. Technology can help teachers. As I said, we are already been using e-learning. In that, if we can help you a bit more, the teachers, with a lot of content, then you can easily use it. Indian students need Indian content. This over time, as we kept using EdQueries and we kept going to teachers and students, we have been doing this in the last 7 years, we realized that Indian students require Indian content. And then simplified content makes learning easy for neurodivergent students also. But this would, I would flip it, I would say for everybody. Neurotypical, neurodivergent, both benefit when you simplify content. Okay. So we have been using this with various customers our schools. Muskan people in Delhi. There is a project going on with Cheshire Development Trust in Tumkur, who are hearing impaired students. Kilkari Pre-Vocational School in Bangalore. Earlier, we have worked with Vivan Adult Welfare Center in Hyderabad. Antarbhava is using in Bangalore. Akshada Foundation in Bangalore. Antarbhava, we did a project with them. I'll show that project to you. It was for adults. Amok Trust is in Bangalore, and there is a psychologist in Madurai who is using it. And there are so many other organizations who have joined. We have one in Baroda, we have one in Noida. So across the country, these are just some of them I have listed here. So the whole idea is we make simplified games, which are short duration games, minimum sound and graphics. We allow multiple attempts. There's no time limit. Plain and simple background, which will not distract you, and give audio support. Interestingly, we did a project with NIPMED itself during COVID time. This project involved adult students, and this was a screenshot from NIPMED's website, where the adult students wanted to join vocations. This was part of the DIAL unit. So before joining the vocation, they wanted to do some practice of some pre-vocational stuff, which is basic academic content. I will show you now details of a similar project. Just a moment, I'll shift into another screen now. Are you able to see this poster, e-learning for pre-vocational skills?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this was the project we did with a NGO in Bangalore. It is called Antarbhava. So the idea here was there were students who were 4 males, 2 females with multiple disabilities, age group 20 to 35. Before getting into a job, which was something like paper bag making, sitting in a shop, block printing, vegetable cutting and all that, they wanted to do some pre-vocational education. They all had intellectual challenges. 2 had cerebral palsy with spasticity. 1 was in the autism spectrum. 1 had severe anxiety attacks. And then some were high functioning, but with intellectual disability as well. Now, the idea was how to give them some pre-vocational skill training which could be basic language skills, numerical skills, digital skills, literacy, and life skills. So we went through this process. This you can do with any tool probably. I will give you an example of what EdQueries did. First, we did a pre-assessment. Now, when you get an adult student, you need to know where to start. You can't say that every child has to start from counting. So within the software, there's a tracking mechanism available where the competencies or the current knowledge is tracked. And then we found out what the student already knows. So that was done. Then you find out what vocation the student is planning. So if the student is planning, let us say, sitting in a shop, then the money concept and the shopping concept become more important. Okay. So, and then you think of them and make a fresh plan. And the same things you teach outside of the e-learning also. When you do e-learning, you blend it, same things you do it with offline other learning, which you normally do in books and physically, then it becomes a blended learning. Okay. So various games were also made. I'll show some of these now. It was a money transaction game, then a supermarket game. We call them games because students find that interesting. If I say worksheet, they will not like it. And then finding places, measurements, various games were created. The results were quite good. The founder of Antarbhava told me that the vocabulary had increased confidence in the shop. Still, students became more communicative, very mature way of handling customers, and they were looking forward to more e-learning. Okay, so this was the experience with the students. Now I will show you the actual e-learning portal. So this is your edqueries.com, and you can all use it. I'll show you how to do that later on. You just click on this free learning snapshot courses and you will get some free courses. Okay, so these are educational games anytime, anywhere, as I said, and you can start using that. Now I will show you the actual demo of this tool. Okay, I hope you are able to see hi teacher over here. So this is the actual learning area. Okay, so now if you are a teacher, you can also see your students so that you can manage their learning plan, okay, and see how they are doing. Now I'll click on one course. If you're a student, you just go to all courses. You see there's English, maths, science, cognition, communication skills, life skills. Curriculum here means your NIOS, CBSE, some state board, some content for young adults, pre-vocational content, some languages, computers. This one is for specific learning disability. This is the learning snapshot, which you will all get for free. Okay, and there are some video content. Now I'll show you the content. Enough of talking. Let us see the content in action so that you'll understand. So this is your e-learning platform. This is your course called Money Course. Okay, money concept everybody wants to know. So on the left side, you're seeing a table of contents. Okay, same thing is over here in the center. Okay, but here you have specific. And you're not forced to go from top to bottom. Based on the student, you can jump at any level. So in EdQueries, we deliberately, because in special needs students, what happens is each student is different. So it is for the parent or teacher to decide which one to use. Okay, I will show you a few examples in this money course. For example, this is called an errorless game. Means there is no wrong answer. I have gone into the Google Chrome where I'm using this. There is no wrong answer. You just have to ask the student to click on the 1 rupee coin. That's all. So this is the simplest level. We'll go to higher levels now. Okay, same thing you have got for other coins and notes. And then let us look at this, sort the money. Okay, since I've already used it, we get resume or restart. See, sometimes what happens is while you are using your content, the student may run away. So you can decide to resume or restart. So this has been kept deliberately because often children might run away. So you might want to bring them back and resume.
In this game, look at the money, then drag and sort the money.
Dr. Rajesh, I hope you were able to hear the audio of the game.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Then
so the audio was in English, but we also gave visual so that students can figure out what is to be done. Now see, this is dragging and dropping. You drag and put it. I am doing it with my mouse. You can, if you have a tab, you can, or smartboard, you can do with your finger also. I am using on a laptop. On a laptop or PC, you will do it with the mouse. So there is a simple sorting.
Excellent.
So that excellent and all is for encouragement.
Well done.
See, slowly it becomes a little more difficult. I'll do it faster now.
Good job.
And this continues. Now you've got notes. Now I'll not finish this game. I'll go to the next one. So there's addition of money. There's a shopping here. I'll show you shopping. Now in the browser, if I want, I can use the browser's feature to go full screen if you want to enlarge the screen further. Now I've gone full screen. In your Google Chrome or other browsers like Edge and all, there is a full screen option. So use your computer's
In this
features
game,
also.
look at the items purchased and their costs. Then pay the money to the shopkeeper.
Now, every device has its own features. You should know about that. Explore that. Whether the browser allows you to go full screen,
You purchase
audio you
a
can increase or
ribbon
decrease
for
from the
12
device
rupees
itself.
and a ball for 7 rupees. Give the
this
money
is
to
a-
the shopkeeper.
This is a shopping game. Normally, in a textbook, this would be a word problem. You went to the shop and you bought a ribbon with 12 rupees. You bought a ball with 7 rupees. How much have to give? Same concept we have converted into a more interactive activity, because we believe that you learn more by doing rather than viewing. Traditionally, people think e-learning is about putting a lot of videos. But when you show videos, we don't know whether the student is actively engaged in the topic or not, whether he or she is actually learning or not. So here, when the student does it, you will realize. So this is about dragging. Now you'll also notice that the background is plain and simple. In most activities in EdQueries, we deliberately keep the backgrounds very plain and simple to decrease the chances of distraction. Similarly, audio is given only as and when required. There is no monkey or Donald Duck or Mickey Mouse or a sparrow coming from top. Lot of people think that the moment children are involved, we have to add some additional animated characters. But that actually leads to more distraction. So please be aware that that is deliberately we have not done here. Children simply enjoy even this moving part. That okay, we have moved this from here to here.
Good job. You got a ribbon and a ball.
Now the
You
other thing which
purchased
we do
a
is,
pencil
in case
for
you make a
7
mistake,
rupees and an eraser for 2 rupees. Give the money to the shopkeeper.
here in case you make a mistake,
The
a
cost
short
of the
explanation is
pencil
given.
is 7 rupees and the cost of the eraser is 2 rupees. 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. So we give a 5 rupees coin and a 2 rupees coin. That makes 7 rupees. Finally, we give another 2 rupees coin for a total of 9 rupees.
Let's try the next one.
So now I'll quickly finish
You
this game.
purchased a piece of cake for 8
I hope
rupees
I got all
and
the right
a chocolate
answers, but
for
either way I'll
excellent.
finish it.
You purchased a pencil for 7 rupees and a well done. You got a pencil and a sharpener.
The best way
You
of judging the
purchased a
effectiveness
bat
of this
for 10
activity
rupees
is
and
by
a
looking
ball
at
for 8 rupees.
the eyes of the
Give the
children.
money.
How
Good job.
their eyes
You
light
got
up, they
a
get a
bat
smile, they
and
want to
a
use it.
ball.
You have seen that
You
in
have
action.
reached the end of the game. Congratulations, you passed.
Now we have deliberately fixed a passing score. Some places we're given 80%. This is a fixed score. Anything more than that is considered pass. And you can go here and play it as many times as you want. This is very important. Let the children make mistakes and they can play again. So you can play again and again, and the mistakes are being used as a way of teaching the students. Okay. Now, why is the score given? That is the heart of the system. If you go in the dashboard, I told you that the teacher can look at the student. Now, let us say this is one student. There can be many more. Each teacher can view their own students. We connect the student to the teacher. In the student profile, first thing if you see, so already you saw that the content was a little gamified. We had drag and drop fun activity and we were encouraging also. Additionally, we have these badges that you are a punctuation medal you got for punctuations, categories, concept you got a badge, sight word you became a star badge. Then there is this learning plan. This is what is important. See here, based on date, you can create as many plans as you want. You can say for a month, we prefer doing for maybe 15 days, whatever time period, you create a plan. Then in the plan, you can add the so-called competencies, or basically the concepts which the student has to learn. And this can be done across subjects. If a course is in one subject, but a plan can be across the subjects. So you have sight words here, you got counting, you got shopping. So any concept you can pick up. And then it says he's competent in sight words list 1. So like this, you can see very clearly. This one is not been able to do. Now, why does the software say the student is competent? Because when I click here, it is giving me that on this date and time, the student has played these activities. So now you have got full evidence of what the student knows and what the student doesn't know. On top of that, as a teacher, you can manually also change or give a rating. So maybe you feel that the student did not do it and somebody helped, you can say not competent, repeat. Or if you feel the student is not doing in the software, but is doing in the notebook or in the physical world very well, then also you can say competent and put your notes. So that way the teacher can say, for example, here I put as a teacher rating, he's doing it in the notebook, so he's competent. And you can add other comments as well. So this is the heart of the system. Rest is all about different types of activities. So whether we have something for cognition, whether something for maths, I'll show you a few more examples. We have already reached 11:30. So by 11:45, I want to stop. So I'll show you a few more examples. Lot more are there. You can all try it yourself. And you can
No
discuss
issue, sir. You
further
can
after
take
that.
some more time, sir.
Okay. So this is the inferencing course. For example, we have in all courses, we have cognition. Again, lot of demand for this course. Okay. This is the inferencing content. Now again, left side, you have table of contents. In the middle, you have the contents actually. Here, see what's missing. Very simple activity. Now again, EdQueries is a library of content. Why do we say it's a library of content? Because in a library, you have lot of books and you may or may not like every book, but you will always find something useful. That is the same thing we have taken here. Every teacher, every student may not like all the content, but at least there will be something useful. If not there, you can request us. We will try to help you and make some content. Okay, so this is what's missing. Similarly, we have prediction. What will happen next? All these are coming
Simran
either.
is blowing a big bubble gum.
So this is
What will happen next?
Okay. Now in English, what do we have? We have, see, alphabets, vocabulary, sight words, blends, diagraphs, CVC words, spellings, reading comprehension, phrases and sentences. So we have simple sentences as well as paragraphs in reading comprehension, picture comprehension, WH questions, spellings, lot of grammar. So all these have been requested by various special educators. I'll show you the example of sight words. Sight words, there are various sets of sight words. Now what we do is, for each set, we are given a lot of variety of activities. Why variety? Because even if I tell you it's a game and you play Ludo every day, you'll get bored with Ludo also. So we have to give variety. Again, why variety? Because we also get students with multiple challenges. There could be somebody who's hearing impaired, there's somebody else who cannot remember things. So various challenges could be there. But for everybody, we try to give a lot of variety. So here sight words, for example, starts with listen and learn, which is just simply about listening. Then you have got something like an audio-based activity. So various modalities are
Listen
being used.
carefully and select the matching word.
So this is a listen
Touch the
based.
audio button
audio
to listen
based game.
again. Select and.
You can listen as
And.
many times as you want and then select the correct answer. So this will continue for the whole set. Okay. Then there is something called matching, which you all know. Matching left to right, you have to move to the matching thing. I'll just resume this one. I'm only showing you one screen of each of these
Match.
activities, so you get a fair idea.
The
See.
two.
So like that. Okay. And then this is multiple selection. Now we're all going to the same set right now. For each set of sight words, we have all these activities. So that by the time you finish this, you will know it. Okay. This is multiple selection.
Select the.
Two.
Select the.
So you can touch and the audio is
The.
also there.
the,
And you will notice that even the
Two.
wrong choices are actually sight words.
we, you, the,
Well done.
Okay. Now there is a memory game. Now, if you're wondering that my student will not be able to do this, well, we'll do something else then. So there's a lot of variety and choice given, and I'm using the computer's ability to magnify to increase the size of this. So this is without audio. This is there to just find the matching card. I think this one was here. This one was here. So we've given only 3 pairs. So we are all driven by feedback and requests from our users. So if you are a parent or a teacher and you feel that you want something like this or you want something different, you find this too difficult or too easy, we get all sorts of requests because we are dealing with different students. So for some this could be very easy, for some this could be very difficult, or some teacher may say this is not relevant to us, can you give something else? So we have been slowly adding a lot of content and we will continue to do so. So we are like your OTT platforms like ZTV, Sun TV, Netflix, so many are there. Similarly, this is an e-learning platform where continuously content is being added. Okay. Through our WhatsApp channel, we are telling everybody what is the new content we are adding. So we are all request driven. So anything in case you find that it's not there, we will make it. We'll try at least. That much I can commit. See, you can reset it in case you can't find it. You check and say show solution. So various software are being used. So you already saw so much variety just for the sight words. Same thing. There are sentences. Maybe I'll show you something else. You can all later explore. A lot of content, young adult content is right now under development in the last few months. A lot of content already been added. I'll show you something called shopping. Again, very useful. Since we are working in this for the last 7 years, a lot of requests have already been met. We have ADL skills, we have life skills, we have communication skills. I'll try to show you a few of each, but in case we run out of time, please do try it out yourself.
Sir, in between there is a question there.
Yeah, please go ahead.
By,
Ask the question.
By Ms. Sridharan. Do we need a live internet for all this?
Majority of, around 50% of the content
this
will work
game,
offline,
look at the
but
images,
ideal to have an
read
internet.
the cost of each item, and then drag the cheapest item into the cart.
What has
and click
happened is
submit.
we have worked in rural areas also. Many of them internet is quite
Drag
good
the
nowadays.
cheapest item.
So we are not supporting offline so much. Earlier we had a lot of support, but now we are seeing a lot of places internet is quite good. Okay.
Football.
See this. This is about selecting the cheapest item. Now what happens is when we tried this with certain users, some adults also, like I showed you that Antarbhava project, we realized that some adults were not able to do this. So then we thought there could be two possibilities. Either the language was a problem or the math was a challenge, because they did not know which is the bigger number and which is the smaller number. So immediately what we have to do, we have to go to the maths related activities. Okay. So that is why we generally suggest that you subscribe to all the content, because you don't know when you will need which content.
Basketball.
Good job.
So I'm just showing you a few examples.
Item.
See, supermarket. So please keep writing the questions in the chat box so that I'll try to parallelly answer. Dr. Rajesh can let me know the questions and we'll answer.
In this game, listen to the audio carefully and select the correct place in the
One common
superstore.
question is, do you have this in other languages?
Submit.
We have started translation, but what has happened is
shopping cart.
When we started translation, meanwhile the users were using, the schools then told me that actually because it is so visual, the students are able to understand and our teachers are anyway there. So please focus on creating more concepts. So then we
shopping cart
went on to that. We have used this in rural areas, in urban slums also, and students are getting it. So
bananas.
Although we are slowly developing more translations,
onions.
Majorly we have not had a challenge. So this game is about trying to figure out in which shelf what will you have. When you go to a supermarket, there won't be a label called onion. It will be part of fruits and vegetables, and you may not see it directly. So this game was more about categories.
Well done.
bread,
Okay. See here, expiry date. So we have tried to replicate as much as possible the shopping scenarios. So right now we have reached around 5,000 plus such activities, and very soon maybe we will be touching 6,000. We'll continue to do so.
in this game, read the question then, select the correct answer.
So this is expiry date. Now the common question is, till what level do you have content? So if you're looking at from a typical school perspective, and the neurotypical goes to school and others also can go to school, inclusive schools, then our content right now is probably at a grade 3 to 4 level. Okay. So Tamil Nadu board we have mapped already, CBSE board we have mapped, NIOS we have OB A level, B level we are just now starting. So we'll keep adding. See, we are focusing more on giving a lot of variety at the basic level itself. Because if the basics are not correct, then you have challenges later. So we are at this level right now. But we'll continue adding more content. And why is this also being used with adults? Because adults, some of the special needs students, need these basics. Addition, subtraction is more important for them in real life, with money, understanding shopping, understanding basic language. So that is why these basic levels are what we do a lot more on. And again, we are driven by how many users we have for a certain segment. The young adults content. What is this? This is about workplace behavior. How do you get ready for work? What is good behavior at the workplace? All that. Greeting your friends and co-workers. So this is being actively developed right now. A lot of content is already there, and we are adding much more. Because a lot of people said, even recently I was in IIT Madras for a talk, there also one parent said there's not much for adults. So we have been actively working in that area. See, hygiene for adults, shaving. So we have similar ADL skills for children, but here we are talking about adult-oriented content. Means young teenagers and adults for them. Okay. A lot of content is there at other places. We keep shifting and moving. Some we have already got. So I showed you a bit about cognition, all that. Now, again, just maths, I'll show you a little bit. And then we'll move into, we are at 11:42. I'll show you a bit about AI as well. And keep your questions coming. Time is never enough. We'll always keep discussing. Counting. Lot of demand for counting because many children get confused about the concept of counting. They may quickly say 1, 2, 3, 4 and count till 100. But they don't understand the concept of count. If I say give me 3 things, they may not know. So what we do is, some of our courses you will see very little content is there, and some there's lots of content. It's all depends on where the challenges the parents and teachers are facing. So they demand the content. So if we feel that counting is a challenge, we have added a lot. So you will see count the fruit, count apples, count the dice,
5,
coin counting, and a lot of block counting, dots on the dice, blocks, everything which you find at school. So all that kind of example. See here.
5,
So you have to drag 5 apples and put it into this. Again, if you go wrong, it will explain. Any 5 I can put.
Well done.
Similar a bit to the coin game.
7,
Okay. And sometimes parents have also used this as examples for playing similar things in the real world. So you can probably show this and do the other activity again in this real world. For example, this is dots on the dice. So you can use an actual dice. Okay, so ideas are also coming from here. You can use it in the real
in
world.
this game, count
See.
the dots on the dice and select the number.
So this could actually be replicated in the real world
Count.
itself. How many do we have?
Excellent.
If I were wrong, it would have
Count.
explained. Okay, so a lot of games in counting. One interesting game I will show you, which is called Treasure Hunt. And then we will move to, probably we're coming at the end of this demo, we'll come to AI, which is an interesting new thing we are trying out. The shapes course. Now shapes, you have all the standard things like listen and select, fill in the blanks and matching and all that. Select the shape. But this is an interesting one. It's a treasure hunt. So where we have borrowed the concept of a video game. Not everything. We don't want the distractions of the game, but we want the fun part of it. And generally we have plain backgrounds. Here probably we have taken a bit of a colorful background.
Listen carefully and touch the correct item to get a gem. If you collect
So
10
there's a
gems,
story, there's a treasure hunt.
high.
You can select
Choose
your
the character
character.
you
Children
want to be.
nowadays in games do all this. They will even select the dress if you want. But here
Listen
we have only the
carefully
character
and
selection.
touch the correct object to get a gem.
Find the triangle.
So you have to touch the correct answer.
That's right. You get a gem.
Find the square.
Now if I give the wrong
No,
answer,
that's not it. This
it
is
will
the
show.
square.
And like this, you have one level and then the second level also. Okay. So now there's a lot more to explore. For
Find
all
the
of you,
pentagon.
I would suggest that you click on this button, which I'll show you probably in another window. Just hold on. How to do this, I'll tell you so that all of you can do it. Okay. Go to edqueries.com and then click this button, free learning snapshot. Okay. This is zero cost. You say buy now. Okay. And then go down all the way. Fill this form. Okay. You can put your school name or whatever, or we will leave that blank. Fill the form. Click this checkbox. And then what will happen is you will be led to our learning snapshot courses where you will be able to start using. Okay. You will be taken to my courses. In my courses, you will see 3 courses: maths, English, and science. So I got a lot of other courses. You will see something like this: maths learning snapshot. When you click start, you will be taken to your course. Okay. So let me show you how that course will look, and you can all do this. So this is free for all. So please use it. Okay. Learning snapshot. This is how your course will look. When you click start on that, you will be taken to your maths learning snapshot. Basically, the idea of these snapshots was when a student starts using an e-learning course, especially in a special needs situation where age is not so important, you might want to know, what does the student already know? Where do I start? So what we have done is, from every course, we have taken a few games. Okay. So that at least without help, let the student try these out. Okay. And then you will know what the student is able to do and not able to do. So it's a rough idea, a learning snapshot of where the student currently stands. Same thing you have got for English as well as science. So this is free. Please use it. Okay. It's very simple. Go to edqueries.com, click that free button, click learning snapshot button, and scroll down on the basket, say buy again, then scroll down, fill the form, and you will be given access to this. So now I'm going to move to a different topic, which is AI. In EdQueries, we are trying to include AI. We already started a lot of work on it, but today I'm going to show you a demo. This is the first time I'm showing a demo of our AI. This will be launched by the month, and today is just a demo for you. Here at the bottom, there is a Ask AI chatbot, which opens and shows something like this. It is multilingual. See, I've asked something in Tamil. Now, I'm not very good at Tamil, but I hope this makes sense. We are testing it. In case there are errors, do let me know. Now, this is a chatbot. The idea of using AI. So what is AI? AI is artificial intelligence. There's a lot of jargon going around. Okay, we'll not get into all that. What is an LLM? What is generative AI, chat GPT, all that. Here we are trying to use AI for helping the students' learning journey. Now, what is happening is this AI has been connected to EdQueries. Okay, probably if you're lucky, by the month end, I will launch it officially. This AI is going to be connected to EdQueries. So when you start using various games as a student, this will know what is your progress and will be able to guide you. Okay. So first of all, a simple question like show me available courses. I hope this works. This is still under testing, being tried out. So it takes a few seconds because it is thinking. So that is the intelligence part, where it is going through all the courses, everything which is there in EdQueries. So you can ask simple questions like this, or you can ask questions about your own progress. Show my progress. So it will show. And I showed it is multilingual. You can ask it in Hindi, Tamil, whatever language you want, it should generally work. Okay. Even if you type Tamil in English language, it will work. Sometimes we do things like that, right? In India, we write English. So that also it has been working. See, it is showing me my progress that you have done this much. Okay. You have completed this course, this much is the progress here. All that it is showing. And it is also encouraging what should you do next and all that. So our idea is that it will guide you. On top of that, what we have also done is we have given you this copy paste button. Why do we have this? Because maybe you want to take suggestion from your special educator. We should not rely totally on AI. We should rely on our special educator. They are the ones who will guide us. So you copy this, put it in your WhatsApp or email and send them, madam, this is our situation. What should we do next? So at least now you have got a very easy way of getting reports out of the system. Okay, so this is artificial intelligence, which is not only getting your data in a very private way, we have given it the data of each student. This is talking about only this person who has logged in into EdQueries. So e-learning with a lot of content empowered by AI. And we are going to build a lot more features using AI later on. Right now I'm showing only a simple beginning. See, it has shown what I am enrolled in, what progress I have made, then what is suggesting some daily goals. Now, what you should do is copy this, ask your special educator. If not, just see this and try it yourself. Okay. We believe a lot in the power of special educators, and we strongly want everyone to contact special educators, get that learning plan developed, which we showed you in the system. Dr. Rajesh, shall I pause now and we'll take some questions? We are at 11:50.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll just
Let's do
unmute
that.
everybody so that they can ask.
Yes, let us go one by one. Ask any question. I will try my best to answer. Yeah, please go
Yes,
ahead.
I have unmuted everybody. So if you have any
Yeah.
questions, I can see one
Yes.
hand raised up.
Priya, madam, please ask.
Sir, it was a wonderful session, sir. And my daughter comes under autism spectrum, and she's having panic attacks, like when she's going outside, like when she interacts with some people in the outside, when she's in crowd, she's having that anxiety attacks. So, is there any social interactive segments do you have to
We
counter this?
have some activities about that, social communication, and that segment in communication skills is there, madam. You can try that. And
Sir,
in
thank
case
you.
you have specific situations, you can let me know. We'll try to make some activity around that. People generally make in these social stories or worksheets and all. We try to make it a bit more interactive. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So how to access this? Just go to edqueries.com. I'll write it in the chat window. Just go to edqueries.com and start using the way I showed you. Okay. Later on, there is a subscription involved. The monthly subscriptions, annual subscriptions are there. Please look into that. For schools and all where there are a lot of bulk users, we give discounts and we also give training to the teachers. Okay. Next question, please. Just raise your hand and go ahead with the question.
Shajila
So is
has
this
raised hand.
available in
Yeah, go ahead.
hi, sir. Is this available in both Android or is this a web version?
This is just a website, ma'am. You can use on any device, any Android, iOS, anywhere you can use. iPad also you can use. Yes, Aisha, madam.
Thank you so much, sir, for this giving information. And my question is that there is any limit for free of cost or not? Like we are using unlimited free sessions.
There is no limit for the free items. There is no limit, and even once you subscribe, you can use any number of times all the games. Okay. In free, we have given you 3 courses which are giving you the snapshot. Later on, if you like it, you might want to subscribe. That is up to you. Okay.
Okay. And the subscribe is any cost?
There is a cost involved. So you can look into our shop page on that. That will keep changing. So right now for all courses, for all the content, including new content, monthly cost is around 1,000 rupees per month. And for annual users, sometimes you will get a discount. And for schools, for bulk users, there are other discounts involved. And there is also single subject courses, which are much lesser than 1,000. Let me just check on the shop page myself. So right now, so whatever is available, you best go and check on the shop page. For example, here right now, I'll share it directly. Maths is at 699 per month. Okay. So single subjects we are also giving, like English only. But generally, people prefer this full all courses for 999. Okay. These might change later on. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
Now, question is, can we use multiple devices once we get subscription? You can use on multiple devices. Don't try to use simultaneously. Okay.
Okay,
Sir,
sir.
is there skills like for typing and other things?
There are few games which are having typing in them. Okay.
Okay, like identify the alphabets and do that. Okay.
No, for example, addition or numbers, like that.
Okay. Math.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, kindly ask the question to Sridhar sir.
Yeah.
I think
Go,
I've
madam.
seen.
Harika, madam, go ahead.
Hi, sir. I'm Dr. Harika, developmental pediatrician.
Welcome.
So, will your, like website help me out creating a lesson plan along with the suggestion of using your app?
Yes. So there is lesson plan means what we have got is what we call the learning plan, as we showed you. So there,
Okay.
what you will do is you will map the competencies of your students.
Okay.
So you will know that each of your students is different, right? So you
Okay.
say for this month, let us say the student only needs to learn counting till 10. But in
Okay.
English, he is very high. So let us say he wants to do paragraph reading. So that kind of
Okay.
situation happens in the special needs scenario. So you can specifically build a plan for the student.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. We'll
Okay.
further in later on, if you connect with me, we'll further discuss that and I can help you.
Sure. And definitely, sir. I need to talk to you. I
Sure.
have many questions. Yes, sir.
Please, ma'am. You can ask some here as well, and well, let us give others a chance, and then later on also we can connect.
So can we use this app for reading words
Yeah, there is a lot of reading comprehension and sentences in the English section, ma'am.
for single words and double words also?
Yeah, there are sentences, there are CVC words, sight words, lot of them are there. How to contact me? Somebody has asked. I'll put my number over here. In the chat window, I put my number. Maybe I'll put my contact details also here, the screen itself. Yeah, go ahead. Any other questions? This is my contact details. You can WhatsApp or you can call. WhatsApp is preferable. In case I'm available, I'll try to call back. Okay. We generally try to call back and discuss because typing becomes so difficult and talking is always better. But feel free to contact. Any other questions, please?
Sir, in that same question where I asked that reading single words or double words,
Yeah.
can we add pictures and sounds also?
Yeah, so I'll show you. There are pictures and sounds, madam.
So can you please show once again?
Yeah, I will show you. So in English, for example, and we have some in other languages as well. Okay. So as I said, we are actively developing content. For example, I'll show you sentences here. Okay. So we have like blends and diagrams. These are all single words. Now, sight word sentences. In case you don't find anything, let me know, ma'am. If you have specific requirement, tell me what exactly is your requirement. See, these are phrases, audio based. These are simple sentences. As I said, we are totally driven by our users. So you have to tell me if it is enough. Generally, nowadays, most people find this enough. But in case you want something more, do let me know. See here. Meanwhile, other questions keep typing.
In this game, read the question, then drag the answer to fill the blank.
See,
You
this
may
is a
touch
fill in
the
the blanks with a
sentence to
short
hear it.
sentence.
Then
Some with
click
lesser
submit.
words are also there. And this is with audio support. So if you touch each word before filling the blanks, there is a audio support also. Okay, see,
Answer. The,
I'm touching the word,
The.
it speaks out.
I, and I can see the bar.
Okay.
Answer.
If I give a wrong answer, it was showing.
The
See,
dash blue car the and I.
hope that answers your question. Next one, any other question, please? I'll again share my contact details meanwhile. Any other questions from anybody?
Sir, you had presented, I think, last year at NIPD Secunderabad regarding a case study.
Yeah.
Anything on that, sir? You can just share, sir.
I had presented this Antarbhava case study. Another is there on my website. Let me see, because our special educator had presented. So we keep presenting in various conferences. Let me see if I have on our homepage. It might be there. Okay. Meanwhile, also you can go to our YouTube channel where a lot of these examples are there. See, this is a presentation on role of ICT, special educators perspective. I'll try to enlarge this, maybe I'll download and present.
Yes, sir, because Shalini Jaiswal is from NIPIT Secunderabad. She's doing MEd.
Okay,
And she had one question with regard to her dissertation. She's doing something on reading.
In NIPIT, one of our teachers, I forget her name, I'll try to recall. She had actually presented using EdQueries. She's now in your CRC Noida. Okay. So this is the whole paper is available on EdQueries website. You can read this paper. Okay, she has. This is by Mrs. Simni Vasu, who is our special educator. Jayati madam, yeah, Jayati madam of NIPIT has used EdQueries extensively. She is aware. Okay, so here the special educator is talking about how she has used EdQueries. You can read this paper. One Mrs. Jayati Mitra is there. She has. This is about pronouns related game. Is friendship. This is that sentences thing which I showed you. Okay, this is about map. This is actually, I think, this is taken from the Tamil Nadu textbook where they had maps. So we have entire games around finding places, and this is about map reading. Okay, this is again about finding a place. Show me the house on the left and all that. So when adults, especially if you're delivering something, you will be asked that house is behind the temple. So you need to know what is behind and what is the temple. So we had made some games like that. So this is some other animation, not from EdQueries. She has spoken about that. Okay. So papers are there, and we will be presenting a lot more. And related to typing games, I asked my AI, it has brought up some typing games. So many more might be there. Okay. So our AI will act more like a search engine as well as guiding the student. Okay. A lot of AIs are there. Any other question, Monakshi, madam, please ask. We'll stay for another 10 minutes, I think. Please go ahead. Harika, madam, you have raised your hand. Any question? Those who have raised hand, please ask your questions. Can you hear me? Harika, madam, you have any question?
Yes, sir. My answer is, my question is answered.
Okay. Another, some other person has raised hand. I can read as Moniksha, madam.
I can see one question there. Do you see any children getting addicted to this app or software?
So right now we don't have any such examples, primarily because we do a lot of education about screen time. We inform people, and problem is the addiction is not with this. Problem is children are too much addicted to YouTube and such things. Here, because we've also taken care that to remove anything which is causing distractions, the plain backgrounds and all that, that has not been a challenge so far. Printouts of the activities, it is we have not given worksheets deliberately. From screen you might want to do. There are two reasons we have not given printouts. One is because we are so busy making all these games and there are enough worksheets available in the market already. The other reason is if you see the same worksheet on paper, then when the child comes here is already bored. He says, okay, this is like a movie which I've already read the book. So sometimes that won't work. So we are not getting that.
Sir,
yeah, go ahead.
Actually, I would really appreciate you for doing an extensive research and finding out what are the requirements for this special needs as well as other typical children, and presenting it in a very audio visual and like a gaming kind of mode, so that the children will not get bored, or means their attention will be fully engaged in it, and as well as their learning will also be more interactive, and I really appreciate you for this, sir. I just have one question regarding work behavior. You had mentioned there are few things. I just want to know whether it will be more like a social stories kind of thing, or how would it be, sir?
Different ways, madam. Social story also, different questions also, interactive activities also.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
like I showed you all the activities in EdQueries, similarly it will be. The only thing is, because they are adults, little liberty we will take with giving more text content, but generally it will be pictorial and matching realistic content. So a lot of pictures and text.
Okay, sir. Okay, so it will be mostly like typing and drag drop, or
Yeah.
for communication, do they have to really say it out, or typing?
No, they can just touch it on the screen, whatever is the correct answer.
Okay, okay, okay.
So a lot of drag and drop will be there, but they can touch the correct answer and all that. If we have also had students who have had some physical challenges, so there they can use their hardware. That is why we are supporting the browser. They can use their own hardware. Also, we have had the collaborations with people like Dextroware company. Maybe you have heard. They have a head mouse. So moving the head, people are able to use it.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
See, here this is one of the examples I give. So you can understand same variety will be there. Okay. And we are always driven by feedback, madam. In case something doesn't work for you, you should always tell us. So criticism is actually welcome. So you can say this is wrong, this won't work, this student cannot use, you tell us. Maybe it worked for some other student.
In this game,
see, this
read
is
the
just
text,
a true or
then
false
select
kind
the
of thing.
correct answer.
Correct answer.
Okay.
Then click submit.
But there are other types also, purely textual, purely visual. Okay, all sorts of will be there.
Like you were mentioning about some predicting the next one. Like you will give some situations and ask them to predict with options, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions, please? We'll wait for another 3-4 minutes. And I hope you are able to access the free content. Please try that out. Okay. Yeah, please go ahead, Moniksha madam. Please go ahead. We're waiting for your question. Multiple questions are allowed. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
Sir, is there any segment to improve the critical thinking of the child?
Anything to improve the critical thinking is what you're saying.
I mean, to face the challenges like in the real life, like.
Madam, you will have to give me specific examples. We have got a lot of things in cognition. For older adults also, there's cognition and workplace. So cognition series, there's a lot of games there. Try that out. And beyond that, if you have something in mind, do let me.
Okay, I'll let you know about that,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. Please, cognition, there's a lot of things. Inferencing is there, and audio perception, visual perception. Okay, a lot of things are there in that. But beyond that, if you have something in mind, please let me know.
Suppose, for example, if he if he touches in the fire sections, it will burn his.
Yeah, so that is covered in a various in a different game. That's called dangerous things. Remove the dangerous items game is there. That is covered.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes, Harika, madam, go ahead.
Sir, thank you so much, sir. It is actually giving me a lot of hope because my AFD kids are very smart, but they don't want a teacher. They want to learn by themselves. So this will be an excellent tool for them as well as the working parents. They find it very difficult to commute in cities like Bangalore to pick up, drop and all that. So, and we can catch hold of children with learning difficulties at a very young age at 5 and 6 years. This is not like a therapy and this is not like a taboo for the parents also. It is just a game. So I think acceptance also will be of an easy thing for the parents. And thank you so much, sir. I really feel that you're too much invested into it because you're taking feedbacks and you're working on the things that we actually require. And I think you should have huge success in this. And I will note down, sir. I need to go through the app and see what requirement I need.
Yes.
So after seeing that, I will message you, sir.
Sure. See, this can also be used by neurotypicals because people often ask, can the sibling use it? Yes, we have used in a regular school also. Because this is basically simplified content, anybody can use. Okay?
Absolutely, sir. As a pediatrician, it is applicable for all, not just for special needs kids.
Yeah. So we have, just because we are going slow, because we are carefully taking feedback and making since the last 7 years. So actually, one student asked me, "Can you make some trigonometry using this?" I said, "Yeah, yeah." Sukhvinder Kaurji, please go ahead if you have a question. कोई question है, madam? Yeah, again, a few more raised hands are. If you have already asked a question, you can put the hand down. Harika madam has asked. Moniksha madam, please ask. We are waiting for you. Kavya madam. I am willing to sit and answer all questions, but please ask first. Moniksha madam, can you unmute and ask your question? Kavya madam, please go ahead. So my contact details I have shared. In case you still have questions, please feel free to call me or WhatsApp me and ask the question. And any
Hi, sir.
feedback, yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
Sir, is any course available for behavior modification, sir?
Not specifically, madam, but I think if you look at the content, maybe you will figure out and use it. So we don't directly do anything like that. But some of the content you might want to use, you can let me know what exactly you're looking for. We'll help you.
Yeah, sure, sir.
So we have not named anything called behavior modification, but some of this content maybe you could utilize.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Yes, Moniksha madam.
So my suggestion, one suggestion, sir, my child comes under, now she's in teenage. Is there any segment to improve that for the sexual educations or something like that?
Right now we have one content about good touch, bad touch, madam.
Yes, yes, sir.
More we might add later on.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So that, because this kind of content we have to go from a very specific source, some reference has to be there. We want that it is somebody like an IMHANS or a big other organization, a government body, their books we want to take and refer that and give the reference and make that content. This is a very sensitive topic. So we were lucky that Tamil textbook had this content. So we referred that and made a good touch, bad touch. Although that is a little oriented, but even then it is important. You can take a look at that. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
We are still waiting for Moniksha madam, her question. Kavya madam, anything else? Dr. Rajesh, I think we can stop now. Last 1 minute we'll give and we'll stop.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I think majority of the questions you have asked, you have answered, sir. There will be more questions because
please collect in the feedback form any other questions which are there, and separately we'll send the answers out.
And all the participants are joined in a WhatsApp group. I will share your details in the WhatsApp group also.
There itself, maybe if you want to open the group there, I can answer there itself. That is also possible. Either way, that is up to you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'll put all the information in the group, and then accordingly they can all contact you. And
1 moment, please. I will just share my YouTube channel, and in the WhatsApp group, I will also share our WhatsApp channel, where they will know what are the new things coming up. So this is our YouTube channel. This is our special educator giving guidance about various courses and content. So she talks about how to use. Not only will she give a demo, she will also sometimes explain the concepts itself. So that will be useful for a lot of parents and special educators as well. So you can take a look at this. Some past webinar is also there, and lot of videos about some things I could not show you. So you can see from here, picture comprehension, fill in the blanks, ascending order. So a lot of stuff is there, and we'll keep adding. Time, so many things are there. Okay. So please subscribe and follow this YouTube channel, so you will get a lot of ideas from here as well. And then of course we'll discuss in our WhatsApp. Okay.
Yes, sir. And I will also share this this recording, and I will put in the YouTube also of our SNP NIPMED, and that also I will be sharing. Okay, sir. Then shall we close? Now time is 12:15.
Yeah, let's close.
Yes, sir. So
thanks a lot, everyone.
Department of Medical Science, Service and Program Unit of NIEPMD Chennai, I take this opportunity to thank Dr. Bodapati Sridhar, who is the founder of EdQueries Bengaluru, who gave an extensive information and a demonstration of EdQueries, particularly focusing on gamified e-learning and AI for students with special needs. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable time. And on behalf of our director and on behalf of our head of the department, we take this opportunity to thank you and all the participants who have joined for this e-webinar, e-information series number 24. Today, that is 15th of July, 2025. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. My pleasure. Thanks everyone for joining. Bye.